Riot is in big trouble. Well, specifically TFT. Now hear me out, this will be interesting even if you've never touched TFT or even League in your entire life. So ever since the new TFT patch came out, people have been mad and angry at Riot. Now, imagine a scale, and on one side of the scale you have a slot machine. And this represents 100% luck, just pure gambling, no skill involved whatsoever, and just pure dopamine hits. And if you've ever been to a casino or watched gambling movies, you'll see dozens of old people playing slots. And this is very addicting to many people. On the other end of the spectrum, you have something like chess, for example, right? Something that's 100% pure skill, but the audience for gambling is much bigger because a lot of people like luck-based games, because in a fully skill-based game, it's all your fault if you lose and you're all on your own. You really need to study and put in a lot of time for you to be good. So what game developers try to do is to make games somewhere in the middle, but lean towards a little bit more on the gambling side, to where it's attractive enough and deep enough where people won't get bored and they won't churn out because they notice there is no skill at all. But you need a certain amount of RNG so you can get this big audience and you can get the addictive aspect of it. The developers will try to develop games leaning towards the gambling side, but with minor skills involved. Now, a really good example of this is TFT. And TFT is kind of like poker or blackjack, where there's a lot of luck involved, but there is just enough skill expression where it allows you to be better than other players, and you can feel yourself getting better, and on the same time, it's kind of relaxing where you get lucky and win, which makes it kind of a perfect casual game. And this has allowed them to make a huge ton of money by not putting a lot of effort and resource into it compared to its counterparts like League of Legends or Valorant. But this most recent set of TFT has just changed all of that, and it is causing them a lot of headache. So this new set of TFT decided to move the game to the other side of the spectrum, where it's more skill based and less luck based. The designers made it where you can't just open a guide and copy and paste it into the game and just chill. So now you basically have to just focus and get good. Now this uproar was across all regions in the servers, most notably China, where there's a huge casual audience for this game, and they rated this new set the lowest rating it's ever been since the game came out, and they are pissed because this new set requires very strong skills of competitive decision making, positioning, itemization, pivoting, and augments. There are also a lot of casual streamers in China that stream this game too, where they can just chill, talk to their chat, and try to go for a funny game and have fun. But they can't do that anymore, so the ratings are drastically going down, causing them to lose players and money. But on the other side, now that they make TFT more skill-based and competitive, other hardcore longtime TFT players are now more into it. And they're threatening Riot, saying that if they revert this change and make it more casual, they just might quit. So the developers are put into a very interesting situation where there's a huge conflict now, where some people have tasted a new side of this game, and so if they go back to a more casual game, they'll lose the long time and loyal hardcore players. But if they don't, they'll lose the casual player base. Now, Riot have poured a lot of effort into this new set with a change of graphics and items and balancing. But if the player and money goes down after putting in all that effort, while on the previous sets where they put in less effort in but the money and player base went up, they'll have to reconsider what to do. But we all know that the closer you are to the gambling aspect, the more money you can make. A good example of this would be Genshin Impact, where you basically are at the end of the gambling spectrum but right above slots, where with a little bit of decoration and cover up that's actually just gambling, you can make a huge load of money. But now there aren't a lot of multiplayer games on the side where it's just all pure skill. So now it's up to Riot on what to do. It's a very tricky situation since even in normal mode, it's hard where you can't just relax and play the game. Whereas before, you can just open up your phone or on the second monitor and have the TFT guide open and just relax. But now, since TFT got rid of it, it's almost like an entirely different game.